There's a problem in the Air Force today. Not enough men and women are joining. The cause is they might not be properly informed, or they might think it's not for them, or they might even think that it's a rough way of living. Maybe they think we're still back in Vietnam in 1968. There's a lot of variations why people are not joining the Air Force. Me personally, I think it's because they're not properly informed. The effects that this has is decreasing on manning, which means not enough people are in the shop, not enough people are out doing their jobs, which causes a lot more work for the people that are in. There's problems where you have a three-person job and only one person's doing it, just low manning. And another effect is we have a smaller DoD, Department of Defense, to protect the U.S. A couple solutions would be to properly inform the men and women about the career choices. There's hundreds of career choices in the Air Force. Anything you can think of in the civilian world. Maybe it'd be a police officer, firefighter, anywhere up to a guy sitting on the back of a helicopter manning a machine gun. There's a lot of jobs, anything that you can think of the Air Force will have. There's cooks, welders, machinists, mechanics, all the way up to funeral directors, people who help bury the fallen of our heroes. Just anything, people handing out gym towels or basketball at the gym. Their career choices are endless. Another step is to teach the youth how the Air Force works, the steps to join the Air Force. That'd be through, first step would be BMT, basic military training. That would be an 8.5 week course. It's at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. It really gives you the fundamentals of the military, the background, what it means to serve. Really makes you understand what you're joining. It's hard, but it's worth it. Whenever you graduate, the moment you graduate, you realize it's not that hard. It was fun. Next is technical school. That's where you go to a course anywhere from 30 days to a year, depending on your job. That's where you really learn the fundamentals of your job, but really learn how to do your job, what entitles your job, what really the structure of your job and how it works. That could be anywhere. There's a lot of technical schools in Texas, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, just anywhere. Then the next step would go out in the real Air Force. Really learn your job, really hone in your skills to make you a better airman. Really, this is the time where you do your job every day. You're in a routine, you're living by yourself, you're really focusing on your job. The next benefit is educational benefits that the Air Force has, which I found on airforce.com. There's hundreds of degrees, benefits, possibilities to really gain your education. One of them is the CCAF. That is the Air Force Associate degree. It's the only branch in the Air Force that offers its own associate's degree. Along with your credits you earn at tech school and civilian credits that you have, and then school you take on while you're in the Air Force, really gives you a regional accredited associate's degree. The next is enlisted commissioning programs. There's tons of ways to be from enlisted to be an officer. One of them's LEAD. This program is designed to really send the airmen into the academy. You'll be taken out of your Air Force, do your job, Then you're going to go to the Air Force Academy. That's where you're going to learn how to be an officer, how to lead people. You earn your bachelor's degree, then you'll be commissioned and sent out in the Air Force as a second lieutenant. Then you have the Airman Scholarship Commission Program. That's where you go to, taken out of your job in the Air Force, go to a college of your choice or a university that has a ROTC program. Then you go to school full time, you be in ROTC. After you earn your bachelor's degree, that's where you'll be sent back out in the Air Force and you'll be a second lieutenant. Then you have TA, which is a program that pays military personnel to go to school. It's 100% tuition up to a certain amount of credits. It's a really great choice. You go to school while you're doing your job every day. Take part-time school, online, night school, anything. Then you have the post 9/11 and the Montgomery GI Bill. Here is some Q&As to help answer your questions about the post 9/11, which is a program designed to, when you're out of the Air Force after you finish your contract, it sends you back to school, pays you 3 years at a staff sergeant rate with kids to go back to school. It pays for tuition, books, it pretty much pays you to go to school. Then you have the Montgomery GI Bill, which is the most common. Another benefit is health care, which at militaryspot.com I found that TRICARE is the main Air Force healthcare program. All you have to do is pick up a phone, schedule an appointment, go to the hospital, and get seen. If the hospital can't take care of your needs, they'll refer you to specialists around the area that could. LASIK is another one. If you follow certain criteria, the Air Force will pay to have LASIK. Another one is a steady paycheck. That's a great benefit. You get paid first and the 15th of every month. You get options to do your banking through USAA, Navy Federal Credit Union. So many options open up when you join the military. And then retirement. Through usmilitary.com I found that after 20 years of active military service, they pay you 50% of your base pay. Then for every year after that, it's 2.5 all the way up to 75% of your base pay, which would be 30 years. And then for single airmen, you got your housing options, which are dorms. Married airmen, you get a choice to live on base. If you're a senior airman or higher, you get an option to move off base, live around the area. Air Force pays depending on your zip code and how much it costs a month to live in your area, they will pay you. And my favorite benefit is vacation. Every year you get 30 days of leave. It adds up to 2.5 days per month you get off, and that is just another great benefit. You can learn more about your benefits and stuff through brochures that you can find at your local recruiter's office. It's just really a great way to find and answer questions. Another great way is find someone who served, someone who's currently serving, pick their brain, ask hundreds of questions if you want. Really find out if it's the right choice for you. My personal experience, the Air Force is the best choice I've ever made.